Okay, so speaking of how bodies change and how people get older, has anybody been watching Doom Patrol with Brendan Fraser?
I
No,
just
I
saw
have not.
I just saw the episode where he was on Titans. I did not see that
Okay,
one. So
Really? Wait, hold on. How many episodes are there of Titans?
just one season so far.
yeah,
But there's an episode about Doom Patrol
yeah,
on
but you don't
Titans.
actually get to see Brendan Fraser as he is now, and
Oh,
he's a dad.
right,
Yeah,
right.
But he also, so let's take a step back because someone's actually pushing to get Brendan Fraser in either a DC or a Marvel movie,
Really
doing an
interesting.
action role because. But anyway, but he actually suffered a lot of damage. He got in some
He was psychologically, I think, or sexually abused.
yeah, that's what he was saying. He was sexually abused, or sexually harassed, or
Yeah, he was
Harassed.
sexually harassed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
Right,
also suffered some neurological damage as well.
yeah,
Oh,
He
wow.
got injured because he was doing so many action movies, right? The Mummy and George of the Jungle had a lot of stunts, and he did back then. The actors did their own stunts more than now.
Right.
He got so damaged from doing those movies. That's when
Wow.
his like by Mummy 3 or whatever, he was starting to fall
Done.
off. He wasn't falling off a wagon or anything. He had suffered so much neurological and
Really?
nerve damage from accidents on set. And one of the accidents, he actually got hit with a blade or like a propeller, or I don't know, some spinning blade thing. And he had to have multiple surgeries, and he's never ever recovered from those injuries.
Shut
So
up.
if he's not in shape, he can't.
yeah.
Like his body's
No.
pretty messed up.
But he looks good and he sounds.
Does
good
he look good?
Yeah, and because he's playing an old race car driver. He's got the down south dad bod going on,
Yeah.
and Cliff.
Quentin Tarantino?
No, the character they plays on Doom Patrol. He plays a
Oh.
robot.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's mostly in costume, so he doesn't really have to look like anything.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
they do show him quite often, as a human being as well, back as he was, during his heydays as a race car driver. So,
But I'm glad he got that role. I think, I mean, we're all of that generation where Brendan Fraser was everywhere.
Yeah.
But I honestly still, a lot of people started hating on him, and I don't know why, but to me, he's
Why?
always been great.
I think it's just because he was everywhere.
Yeah.
We're
Overdose.
oversaturated
Oh.
by him, right?
right.
But I still think he's great. Like, if people stopped liking him for whatever reason, that's your own fault. But the guy made some great fucking films.
Yeah.
But you know how
He
people
even
can
made
become
George of
very
the Jungle
fickle.
work. He made George of the Jungle work. That movie should not work.
George of the Jungle.
But that movie's great. I love it. I own it.
But I think like popular culture, people can sometimes, as a collective, be very fickle, like you said, and very cruel. And just as if they decide generally, like, no, we don't like him. Like let's just as a group decide. You know what? No, he needs to go. And
Yeah.
how groups of people can kind of instill hate and whatever. And it's just I think it's probably a case of that at this point.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree.
Mm.
Did anybody ever see School Ties with Brendan Fraser?
No,
No.
but I was just thinking about that. That was like one of his dramatic roles that he had done.
Yeah,
Yes.
It was one of the, it's one where he probably should have got nominated for something. It was a great movie. It dealt with a lot of really big, weighty issues.
Mhm.
It was really, really good. Because
Wow.
I think in the movie he's Jewish, and he's hiding that he's Jewish because
Oh yes.
he's not going
Yes,
to either get in the school or he might get kicked out. So he's hiding who he is.
Yeah. Mm.
And it was just dealing with racism in general, and
Yes.
I don't know,
yes.
it was a very good role.
Mm. Wow.
But I still watch Encino Man at least every year.
You're funny. Oh my god.
I did a cross promote, like at the time I was working at the bookstore when that movie came out, and I contacted the theater, and,
Oh, really?
and we did a cross promotion between the bookstore and the movie theater.
Look
So
at
I got a
you.
free copy of the movie before it came out on video,
Oh, nice.
which I still
On
have, which
VHS?
has on VHS. Yeah,
Yeah.
it still has all the titles in the bottom, like this is a whatever copy, a screener copy
Yeah.
or whatever. And I've seen the movie a million times. I have the soundtrack in multiple formats. And
Well, good on ya.
Sean Astin's in it.
Yeah.
Like
And actually,
Sean
I
Astin's
think
awesome.
I want to say that actually I was just looking up his bio, and he's touted as being American Canadian.
Yep.
Yep.
And so
Canadian.
I was like, what? That's really cool. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
The more you know.
That's kind of why I liked him. Is like, hey, he's a Canadian making it in the States.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And then you go to the other end of the spectrum where you got, Keanu Reeves, who apparently can do no wrong.
That's right. And actually, there's a change.org campaign that's trying to put him on the cover of Time Magazine's Man of the Year.
Wow.
That could actually happen.
That could actually happen.
Hashtag, yeah.
Yeah.
True story.
Okay,
And,
well,
And actually, I have to say, if you guys ever get a chance, if you don't mind, kind of sappy romantic comedies, check out Always Be My Maybe, because he has a cameo in that, and
Yes.
it is absolutely hilarious.
with Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
now
it's
I want to
yes.
see it.
Oh no, is
Okay.
it Mindy Kaling? No, Ali Wong. I'm sorry.
Oh, Ali Wong. Oh, she's good. She's
Ali-
good. I
Yeah.
like Ali Wong.
Yes.
She get that new movie on Netflix that I'm trying to convince Sylvia to watch with me.
Always Be
Ali
My
Wong?
Maybe.
I was just
Oh,
going to say.
is that the same one then?
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, that's the one. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
And yeah, just Keanu's performance in it is hilarious.
Okay. Well, now I want to see it
Because he
anymore.
plays
Because he
Keanu
plays
Reeves.
he plays an alter ego of himself, like just
Nice.
an inflated version.
What
of himself.
everybody would think, Keanu Reeves might be like. The, classic, rich, kind of somewhat
Smarmy.
spiritual. No.
Oh, he's going that route.
Yeah, it's
Well, he's Keanu.
it's hilarious. It's
Keanu.
Keanu.
And the only reason why I got to see this at all is because it was playing at the doctor's office when I was waiting over an hour and a half to see my doctor after my appointment time.
Well,
Oh
wait
my
a second.
God.
Did you bill him?
I wish.
Did you bill him? Yeah, seriously.
This wasn't Emerge, was it?
No,
No.
it wasn't.
Where
This-
the emergency times are supposed to be decreasing?
Yeah. Okay, so getting back into politics.
Whipping right along,
Let's discuss the current Pallister government in Manitoba.
Hey, you know what's funny? We actually have this list of things we're going to talk about. We're actually knocking some of them off indirectly.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's right. Exactly.
Okay, no, what I
Trying
need to know,
desperately to stay on course. Yes.
what I need to know is when are we going to get to talking about tickling assholes?
Okay,
I'm out.
let's get to it. Okay.
Okay.
So one of the, I think you know this game, Tracy. We do.
Beg your pardon? I think that's pretty presumptuous of you.
Careful.
I nearly had Slurpee go up my nose for you, Tracy.
Well, hey, I get the whipped cream.
Say what now?
Okay,
What
so
I was meaning to say, we have a game we play called Incorrect Journalism, where we get a headline, we don't get to read the story, and we have to talk about the story without knowing what the story is.
Sure.
So
gotcha.
we asked for submissions from some people, and Sam Thompson, you were a bastard. Sam sent 2 in for us to do that are
Wow.
horrible.
Wow.
We also have a headline that came in from Danica, Todd's daughter.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the headline, and we're going to play a game of Incorrect Journalism where we talk and debate the article that we have not read
Right.
Okay.
from the headline only.
all right.
Awesome.
Basically, we're doing modern journalism.
Okay,
Love
so
it.
just to just
John
clarify,
Lovett.
Sam, if you're listening to this, obviously you don't know me at all because I could probably talk about tickling assholes until the cows come home. So give me something tough, why don't you?
Sam, the challenge has been issued.
Challenge accepted.
So here's the headline that Sam wants us to talk about, which actually probably says more about Sam than it does about us. But anyway, here's the headline. Are you ready?
Go.
I can't read this. Man, I can't read it because I can't see. Man arrested for breaking into homes and tickling buttholes. That's the headline.
Wow.
So what's the story about?
I think I saw that headline. I don't think I looked it up, but
Well, if you
What
had,
is it
then you wouldn't be doing incorrect journalism. Well, I mean, obviously, it's about the guy who's he's got his thing.
Look
right?
at this guy's picture, too.
I know,
This
it's just-
is the guy.
I mean, just look at this dude. That is the face of somebody who breaks into people's houses and tickles assholes. Like, I mean, you're just
Is
lying
there a
there.
demographic? Is there like a look? Really?
You're just laying there,
Yeah,
right?
let's post the picture of Corey right now.
Yeah. You're all, you're lying in bed, you're sleeping. You got the cat walking over you back and forth every once in a while, just trying to wake you up because, the food bowl, they can see the bottom of it. And then all of a sudden, you feel this tickling sensation. Something urgently working its way between your
He's
butt
using
cheeks.
his hands, which isn't good.
And then,
Those aren't pillows.
then you just feel it. And then you turn over and, there's this guy standing there. He's like, hey, man, it's just, just want to tickle your asshole a little bit. Just because, you are you.
Just wow.
And you're like, hey,
Those aren't.
I
pillows.
didn't know that I needed my asshole tickled, but, thank you for breaking into my house and tickling my asshole.
Wow. Okay.
Am I playing this right, Sean?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So do you think the guy should be arrested?
Well, it's he's the one that's walking around with shit under his fingernails.
Damn.
Who said he was using his fingers?
Oh,
That's true.
ah,
Could have been using his toes.
Yeah.
dude.
Get his
Sam,
tongue
this is
down
all
there.
your fault.
Oh, you went over the top.
Yeah.
Ah,
Maybe it's got, a little tickling rod.
Maybe. Tickling
Yeah.
rod.
It's,
that's
it's,
what they
it's
call
kind of
it.
Feather on
like,
the end.
a back scratcher, except, it's kind of got the finger like that. Where he's just,
is that like a French tickler?
Well, we could be a French tiger. No, it could be like, the perverted Harry Potter's wand.
Right.
Yeah. Harry Potter
'Cause
tickles
mine from
assholes more
Amazon
at
is-
6.
Or six.
So following along, that I don't even know if I want to talk about this anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, no
What's
shit.
the next
It's just
one?
like
The next one's worse.
wow. Oh man.
The headline is Ghost of Jacko bummed my monkey. Ape owner furious at Spectre's sex outrage.
I don't even know where to begin.
Ghost of Jacko bummed my monkey. The
Okay,
ape
well,
owner
obviously
is
it's-
angry that
yeah.
the Spectre
It's
Bum
gotta,
did what he did.
It's got to be English because, who uses, bummed instead of, anally raped.
Or does it mean bummed as in depressed?
Well, no, it's
Oh,
sexual,
hey.
right?
is that what bummed
don't know.
means in
But it says,
Bummed out.
he's, upset about
Bummed out his
sexual
monkey.
outrage.
So bummed could mean my monkey get really depressed. He's got bummed out, or it
That's
could
right.
mean the British term of being
Being bummed.
buggered.
Yeah, buggered.
I thought it was.
about-
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought it was buggered.
I think what happened was because Jacko had his own chimpanzee at one time, right?
Yes.
I don't know if he
Bubbles.
still had it later on. So they were probably having play dates with this other one that's all bummed out now because now that Jacko's not around, they're not going on their play dates anymore. That's what I think it's about.
Well, no, because it has,
Ooh, I like that.
he's furious at the sex outrage. So, how is... Okay, it's right there, it's right there as, the subline
Here,
on
I'm
it.
turning the laptop here.
Here, let me do the whipped cream
Ape
thing again.
owner fury at Spectre's sex outrage. So, no, we're talking about ghost anal penetration.
Corey wants to set the record straight. God damn
Okay,
it.
so we're talking about ectoplasm everywhere.
Okay, actually, there is
Yeah.
sex in the headline.
Yeah, so, that's...
Ectoplasm.
I don't know.
Well, the subheadline, right?
Can ectoplasm be used as a sex lube?
As
I don't know.
hey, you know,
I mean, it gives a whole new meaning to, Bill Murray's
organic.
line about, I've been slimed.
yes.
Yes.
He slimed me.
Yeah.
It's organic, and I'm sure it's gluten free.
I mean, that's true.
So
I mean,
you
really,
know,
when you think about it, does ectoplasm
actually
have any
vile.
calories?
I would think not
about
because
cholesterol?
Only if
the
you're-
ethereal,
Only if you're a ghost,
Yeah.
I guess.
in the
And I guess
ethereal,
only if you swallow.
right,
God.
right. Which I have no idea what you're speaking of, but
If anyone has an issue with this episode, blame it on Sam.
That's Samuel
please send all of
Samuel
your
Thompson
comments.
of Witch Police Radio.
That's correct.
Please
I
send all
think
of your
Sam needs to
comments
play.
too.
I think Sam needs to play a game of incorrect journalism.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's
On
because
his show.
I think it's because he can't play it on his. He figured that he could play it on
Yeah,
ours.
and he feels like he's missing out. And he wants to play the game.
Here we go.
Maybe we need to have him on our show and play a game.
Yeah,
on
have
that
a-
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, have a three-way
Because it's his
call.
game.
Okay, so again, let's get back to the monkey anal rape by a specter. Okay, so, well, I mean, who says necessarily
you
that
wanted
the
to
monkey
say that.
was raped? Really, maybe the monkey was like, hey, Jacko. He's like, hey, Spectre.
Buddy, I haven't seen you in a while. What the hell are you
Yeah,
doing?
he's like,
Well, that's why he's depressed, because he hasn't seen Bubbles in a while.
Yeah, exactly. And then, then he finds, this willing
frustrating.
monkey, and the monkey's just like, bending over and, spreading the cheeks, and he's like wiggling his butt, seductively. And, Jack was like, yeah, I'm into that.
Are you talking about his monkey or Jacko himself?
Jacko.
Oh, okay.
Jacko's into his monkey. Or into this guy's monkey. And then Jacko was in this guy's monkey.
Wasn't there a character on SNL where it's like, don't touch my monkey?
Oh,
yeah.
Don't touch my monkey.
Yeah, that was,
that? Mike Myers.
Mike
Chris
Myers,
Kattan.
yeah.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay.
Wasn't
I
like,
thought it was-
Dieter.
Dieter. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
What was the name of the show?
Sprockets.
Sprockets, yes.
Thank you.
Did you ever see the episode where he had a dream where, his robe flowed open and he had a monkey's face down there? It's like, don't touch my monkey.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's not a belt buckle.
So
So
wrong.
yeah, if you're wondering what's wrong with me, it's because I used to watch SNL and various other things.
When it was
SNL
good.
would get banned. Those episodes would get banned.
Oh
now.
yeah, nowadays
They would never
yeah.
get away with any
People would
of
be
the
like-
stuff they did. Wow.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, with the other one, the one
touch
that
my monkey.
so, and then so the other one was so I don't know anything about this. I actually read about this, which I shouldn't have, because I didn't know what the meaning of the word meant.
Okay, well, then you can't comment.
I can't comment, but I had to look it up so I know what the meaning of the word was.
Okay.
So, Danica wanted us to talk about Britney's. So the headline, I think, more online was along the lines of, I actually didn't copy it for some reason, was Britney Spears' conservatorship
Yep.
in danger.
Yep.
Oh, great.
So I actually had to look up
She-
conservatorship because I had no idea what it was.
Because obviously she's too much of a train wreck to take care of herself.
Yeah, so she's got somebody who's looking after all her business and financial
Decisions and whatnot.
decisions. And it's quite sad actually when you think about it. Because Britney was once a talented individual, and then she turned into me.
She turned into you.
That's right. I have been Britney Spears,
That's right.
and Sean has chased me while dressed as Captain America.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care what you guys do on your weekends, truly.
Are you going to post a picture?
This is in
that
front
link?
of everybody.
Yeah, I will. I actually.
There's an entire crowd out there, and this was happening.
I was trying to apprehend Crazy Britney, or actually Captain America was trying to apprehend Crazy
Yeah.
Britney, which was
Wow.
Corey dressed up as Crazy Britney.
Needless to say,
Okay.
alcohol was involved in this whole concept.
What kind of crazy stuff happens in Winnipeg, man?
You have
This
no
stuff doesn't.
idea.
No kidding.
Yeah, when you move into province, I think you have to sign a contract.
Yeah, no
it's
kidding,
it's
eh?
like you'll no longer have morals or common sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I see scruples and whatnot.
Did you say icy scruples?
I said just scruples.
Yeah,
Icy scruples.
you'll be handed a giant Slurpee mug because this is the Slurpee capital of Manitoba.
You guys
world.
have
Of the world,
7-Elevens, man. I'm very jealous.
No 7-Elevens out in Montreal.
You should see Corey's 7-Eleven mug
Clin
right
d'oeil.
in front of me.
Clin
It's a
d'oeil.
big gulp. I'm sure it carries at least 4 liters.
I
At
bought
least.
this thing about.
What?
It says 52 ounces. So what is that? What is that in liters?
I don't know. It's a lot. It's over a liter.
Can your stomach even hold 52 ounces?
How have you not gone to the bathroom yet?
You talking to me?
He
No.
says I haven't.
Oh,
Actually, I suppose the proper response would be depends.
depends.
Depends. Wasn't there something in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? It's like,
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
May I
It
go
was
to the bathroom?
bathroom?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. He makes the face.
Thank
you. So wrong.
So I don't. So do you? Todd doesn't have no idea what this conservatorship is.
So this means that she's given up her people that take care of her stuff and wants to do it herself?
No.
She's incapable, or she's been deemed incapable of taking care of her own affairs.
That includes financial. Well, I can't say anything because I read the whole story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Her mental faculties or her means of making decisions for herself on a business level, I guess, were deemed unfit.
Well, even
What's-
maybe making decisions on a personal level. because
She doesn't have custody.
yeah,
She doesn't.
No.
Oh, I
Oh.
didn't know that.
K-Fed
Oh.
has custody.
Shut up. Wow.
The only thing I saw was on the news when they were showing her basically putting stuff out there, saying that she had a new video or something coming out and had her up on a balcony, and she was just kind of walking back and forth, just saying that this was something new. This wasn't something that was pre-recorded. It was done recently, and she's in great health. That was about the only thing that I ever saw on the news regarding her lately, anyway.
But who can you actually believe? Like, there's so many spin doctors who like take this story and like marketing and PR people that will just make it look everything is all right, nothing to see here.
Well, no,
You
that
know?
doesn't sell. They have to create controversy. I mean, who's
No,
who's gonna read a story that's about basically nothing new or exciting? Once she falls off the wagon, it's big news. If she gets rid of her
yeah.
I bet you
publicist,
we could
it's
sell
big
more
news.
copies of that album if we had something
Baby
else
Hippie one
other
more
than
time.
something other than music to sell.
yeah.
Well, they say any publicity is better than no publicity.
That's right, exactly.
There
And
is no
publicity.
bad publicity.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Wasn't that Mick Jagger that said that? Yeah.
Gene Simmons would probably put a patent
God,
on
yes.
that.
A patent.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Christ. God love him.
Musique Plus.
Exactly.
Hey,
Wow.
they don't know the story. Can you
No, they don't.
tell the Gene Simmons Musique Plus story?
From
Because
the
it's
best of my knowledge, it was both. There was like two separate individual. That's redundant.
two separate
one-on-one.
individuals.
Two separate
That's two people.
interviews. Shut up. Two meetings or two interviews that happened like back to back, and wasn't there like Paul was in one,
Yep.
and then he got up and like was like, oh no, it was Gene that was done first.
Yeah,
he
it
just
was
got up
Gene that was
mid
on, and then
mid
Paul
interview, and he,
Paul had to finish it because
right. Yeah. He was being an ass. He was just being like just obnoxious
it was
and just arrogant.
It was Georges Sarrasin.
Yes.
He was interviewing Gene.
Okay, but was he talking French in front of Gene? And Gene's looking at him like, what?
No.
No?
No,
I
it was
the
done in
interview.
English.
Thick accent?
It was
couldn't
done in
understand
English,
him,
but
or-
It was done in English.
But that guy's English wasn't very good.
Okay.
No, exactly.
But what was the reason he got up? Had to
Just
be
because he was
TV?
being a tool.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Well, okay.
Because
So
he thought he was just, I mean, that's Gene. He just, it's all about the, not the glamour, but just the shock and
The show.
Well,
The
I've
show, exactly.
Yeah, I've often said that Gene Simmons is the Donald Trump of the rock and roll world.
totally.
So this is what happened. So I actually rewatched the interview because I found
Did you?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll post it here. So basically, the Georges, I think was it Georges Sarrasin?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Anyway, so he's
Definitely
interviewing,
Sarrasin.
and every single
Michel Sarrasin.
Sarrasin. That's right. So he was asking because Forever had just come out, and it was like their biggest single in forever.
Oh, right. Okay.
Pardon the pun.
Yes.
And he kept saying asking the same question, and Gene wasn't answering it. So he kept saying, "Oh, Forever is your biggest hit since Beth. Do you think?"
Right there, that's the problem.
Because Peter
Yeah.
Criss was
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah, but he kept talking about, and then Gene said, we don't really listen to the charts, and we don't care about Billboard, and we don't care about, we write songs, and along that line, and then he said, so now that you have a hit single again, do you feel that Kiska can go forward, whatever? And he's like, I just answered your question. I told you I don't care, and you're asking. You're going further on the same question I already answered, and you're asking me to elaborate on something I already answered. So he said, "I've had enough," and he's trying to get the clip
The
of
microphone.
the microphone off. And he walked out, and then Paul had to finish the interview.
Sounds like a Trump move.
Yeah,
Totally.
but I never
No,
liked that DJ.
no, absolutely false. Absolutely false. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake
Okay,
news.
that's what it is.
News.
Yeah. There is no new song.
There's no new song.
It's the
I'm
biggest
awesome.
song ever. We played to
I am
10,000 people.
I am so huge. We are so huge.
Beth was never a big hit for us. Peter Criss was never in the band, actually.
Peter Criss was never in the band.
This song was written by Paul and I. It was sung by Paul, and it was playing bass in the background. There was no drums or additional guitar. It was just me and Paul.
Eric Singer was actually in the band in those days.
Shut up! Really?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, it's because okay. No, okay.
So let's talk about Vinnie Vincent. Who? There was no Vinnie Vincent. Fake news. Fake
Vinnie
news.
who? Yeah, exactly. Fake news.
Can we talk about Vinnie Vincent for a second?
Okay, yeah. Speaking of bad plastic surgery and.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Okay, has anybody been following the drama around Vinnie Vincent over the last year?
No, I remember seeing the video where he was basically announcing his comeback. And that's just kind of where I lost interest. I mean,
that's where I lost interest. I read the story for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I actually do enjoy Vinnie Vincent's glam rock album.
Yeah,
Boys Are Gonna Rock is still pretty solid.
Yeah. And Slaughter was Vinnie Vincent.
I was just gonna say, Mark Slaughter and Dana Strum were part of the Vinnie Vincent invasion.
Yeah.
But just as soon as I saw that, I'm like, Vinny, are you even relevant anymore?
Yeah.
Well, he was out of the scene. Like it was 20 years where no one knew where he was, what he was doing, nothing.
Yeah.
And then he got convinced to do a convention, and he actually came.
Really?
And he was there like all day.
Wow.
Answering all questions, and he even did a bit of an acoustic performance, but he hadn't rehearsed or anything, so he was pretty rusty.
It's kind of funny considering, back in when he was fired from Kiss, even, Gene and Paul were like, he's too arrogant.
Yeah, that says a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It does say a lot.
But there's a clip. It might actually be in Montreal when Kiss played in Montreal with Vinnie Vincent on guitar, and Vinnie Vincent decided that his solo wasn't done, and he kept playing, and then Paul tried to cut him off. Maybe I think it was Montreal, maybe it was Ottawa or something. But anyway, so he makes his comeback, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh my God!" It's like Vinnie Vincent's back, and everyone's all excited. So everyone's trying to line up things for him, right? Like, so he says, "Oh, I'm going to do a speedball jam thing where he's going to be him shredding."
Yeah.
And then he's going to do more convention appearances, and and he makes up with Gene and Paul, which was crazy because he actually showed up because Gene's got his vault.
Is Ed McMahon going to show up?
With a big check?
McMahon, with a big check?
No, not that. No, wrong guy.
Vince McMahon?
Oh.
Vince McMahon.
Oh, that's very funny, Johnny. Very funny, Johnny. Very funny.
They're
They're going to reconcile. Yeah, they're going to reconcile, and they're going to have the big cage match, and they're going to come down.
So actually, Vincent actually went out to one of the vault experiences because Gene, if you pay him $10,000, he will hand deliver his box set to you and play. And he actually brought Vinnie Vincent out for one of those. He actually brought Ace out to like 4 or 5 of them as well too.
Wow.
So anyway, it looked like, hey, Vincent, Vinnie Vincent's actually back, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna finally release all that music I promised. And it looked like so he books something at the Rockin' Pod, which is something that happens in Nashville, which is where he's from, Nashville or somewhere Tennessee anyway.
Okay.
That the Decibel Geek podcast hosts, right? And he was actually going to show up for that, and then all of a sudden he backed out.
Did he book it with Jared Threatin?
You know what? Them two on tour together would be great. But anyway, and then
The show that never happened.
So he backed out of it, and then he backpedaled and said that everything was the organizer. It was all their fault and all this stuff. And then he got booked for another show where he was going to reunite with the original singer for Vinnie Vincent Invasion, not Mark Slaughter, but the original singer. And they were going to do a one-off show. And then that got rescheduled to 4 months later. And then that show got canceled. And then he booked another show, and he's backed out of that. So he's just booking shows and backing out. But apparently, no one believes in him. And the tickets for the show are like $300 or $400 American.
Actually, I am seeing like a total. We got to get Jared Threatin and Vinnie Vincent like on the same bill together. That has to happen.
It has to. It has to not happen.
Yeah.
Somebody get on that.
I mean, we got the Albert. The Albert's coming back, right? So
Ryan Sorensen, are you listening to this?
Yeah, let's
Can you
book
book
this.
Jared Threatin and Vinnie Vincent at the Albert?
It'll be like, you know,
I can guarantee you tickets.
Yeah, it'll be the greatest show
They won't
ever.
show up. Yeah, it'll be the greatest show ever. Anyway, I love.
Actually, at least Jared Threatin was showing up to the shows. It's just nobody else was.
Yeah, true. So anyway, that's the Vinnie Vincent thing, and now he's blasting back at the organizers and he was going to be playing with Carmine Peace.
Oh, really?
He actually because apparently they recorded music together that Vinnie still refuses to put out. So Carmine's like, you know what? I'm just gonna put this stuff out for free on. I'm doing a Carmine and Peace picture. You know, I'm just gonna put this stuff out on YouTube. You know, I'm gonna put that stuff out on YouTube. I'm not gonna make any money off of it, but at least you guys can hear it because Vinny's never gonna put it out.
Forget about it.
Wow, if I close my eyes,
Could you imagine the mustache? Yeah,
I could totally imagine the mustache.
because he kind of talks like that. He's from. I think he's from Jersey. Is he from
He's from Jersey.
Yeah.
or the Gungan Empire? I'm not sure.
Gunga.
I thought it was a Lethal Weapon flashback with Joe Pesci in the back. They always fuck you at the drive-through.
They always
The fries.
you with the drive-through.
They forgot the goddamn fries.
You see?
I think
We
Todd
don't
should dress up as Joe Pesci at KeyCon next year.
Very
I think
tall
he can
Joe
pull it off.
Pesci, yeah.
Fuck you at the drive-through. Fuck you at the drive-through.
Wait. Okay.
Okay, that means that you'd have to be Bruce Willis.
Okay.
What? Bruce Willis? The fuck? Bruce Willis was not in Lethal Weapon.
Oh no, that was sorry.
What you talking about, Willis?
For some reason I was thinking Die Hard. Wasn't he in Die Hard?
Wow.
Joe Pesci Die Hard would be awesome. Okay. I'm gonna kill you.
No way, yeah.
I'm gonna kill you right now. I'm gonna kill
getting
you.
the two of them mixed up. He's sorry.
You can see him in the
We'll just
ventilation
enter-
system.
Yeah.
Come
Let
on
it just put
down. Come on down for a party.
I don't know why, but now I just flashed back to the fact that there's actually some sort of a poll, or not a poll, but some sort of a group of people that want to absolutely see as the new Wolverine. What's his name again?
Danny DeVito.
Shoot. Danny DeVito. As
Oh
if
my
they want
God.
to see him as the next Wolverine. And I'm like, wow, that's almost a good idea.
Okay, so I saw the thing earlier.
Actual size.
Yeah, well, that's just it. You know, I saw a thing earlier today where Jason Momoa was talking about, you know, being Wolverine.
Really?
And I'm like, no, he's still too tall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get a short little guy.
true.
Yeah, my kid's like, you know, what do you mean he can't be Wolverine? I'm like, because he's too. Wolverine's a little guy. He's a little hairy dude.
He's 5'3".
Yeah.
Right, and I think Hugh Jackman was 6'1" or
6'2".
something.
6'2". Yeah.
6'2". Yeah, I remember that was an issue.
Yeah.
And speaking of which,
But he's
isn't
pretty.
there-
We can make it work.
Yes, he's
Wolverine's
pretty,
not
yeah.
supposed to be pretty though.
And he's not supposed to be as smooth as he is.
No.
He's supposed to be covered in hair.
Like,
Yeah.
you mean he's supposed to be like he's not hirsute enough? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, he's supposed to have super hairy shoulders and back and.
Oh,
You know, he's supposed to look like everybody's drunk uncle and the wife beater, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, have you ever seen Danny DeVito without a shirt on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, exactly.
Actually, you know who would have been perfect if we're talking about, you know, body hair? Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like a fur coat.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
That
he
is
wouldn't be
what
able to stay in
Wolverine is supposed
character.
to look like.
I'm actually pulling up.
He wouldn't be in hair and makeup as long.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. 5 minutes.
Glue some
stop.
Cyberns on him and, you know.
That's it. Boom.
There you
You're
go.
done. Go. But
Look
I
at this.
know that-
We're just showing a picture. This is from.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I really could.
Sorry, you can't see this.
Those are
Tracy.
some
I
massive
apologize.
photos.
And neither
Okay,
can
sorry.
neither can the listeners.
That's true.
Maybe I'll post this picture. But I like.
Yes, I think you should.
It's a kind of a dumpy looking version of Wolverine, but it's a bit more.
I think it's a bit more realistic.
realistic.
Looks like-
I'll send you the picture. It's pretty cool.
You know the Joker's hat that they had back in the... I don't know when this was.
Oh yeah, with the
Yeah, with the little balls on the end.
Jesters.
The Joker, the
The
jester.
jester hat.
Yeah,
Jester
jester hat. That's what it looks
Oh,
like he's
right.
got on.
yeah.
And speaking of the Joker, which makes me think of Batman, which makes me think of Robert Pattinson. Your views.
I'm actually looking forward to it. I mean, even Robert Pattinson hated the Twilight series, so you know, let's
He
stop.
wants to remove himself from that.
Yeah, let's stop talking about Robert Pattinson as Edward from Twilight.
He's done
But I mean,
like what 10 or 15 films since then.
Yeah, and
but even before that, he was in Harry Potter.
yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
yeah.
And then even before that, he was like, he really went into the whole method acting thing. And I want to say there was a movie that he did where he had to, quote unquote, simulate a sexual act that he actually did not simulate. True fact.
Oh.
You know
And
a
now,
lot.
like, silence.
You've been going to those was it dark web or whatever to try and find this?
I don't
Where's
try to
that-
find it. It finds me.
There was that theater in Montreal by the
Yes.
metro station.
Yes, Cinéma L'Amour,
Thank you. See-
from what
see
I hear.
people walking out of there with. Anyway,
Is it
Yes.
someplace that Paul Rubens would have
Yep.
frequented?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Have a little bit of fun with a squirt bottle full of dish detergent.
Yes.
People like,
Did you just dish detergent? Anyways, all right.
Wow,
I'm gonna just
okay.
leave that one alone.
I think okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with it. I honestly thought like Twilight didn't jade me on him at all.
I've actually never seen the Twilight movies. I refuse to, although my wife has just introduced our daughter to it, and now she is hooked.
Really?
The only issue I had with Twilight.
Vampires don't sparkle.
No,
That's right.
my biggest issue is the controlling, the abusive relationship, like
The codependent?
codependency. It's not a healthy relationship,
No,
and
you're right.
I don't want young people
It's not a good
glamorizing. Hey, they love each other so much. Actually, no, they're obsessed with each other. There's a difference.
That's right, exactly. You're
It's more of a
absolutely
Romeo
right.
and Juliet kind of thing.
When you're
Yeah, exactly.
when you're in love, it's not. I love you so much it hurts. No, that ain't love.
Or I could die for you. No, that won't help. And
Because
that
who's
would
gonna
really
look
suck
at
for date
I'm not
night.
gonna. Yeah, exactly.
If you don't love me back, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that ain't love, and that's
Like
what that.
dramatic march?
That's what that romance was.
Mhm.
I don't
No, I
think
totally
it was a
agree.
healthy.
No.
And
I concur.
that sort of relationship, the way it began, and the way I have read the books because
Wow.
I want.
That's it.
As someone who had worked in a bookstore, I always said
That's true.
I'm not going to diss something that I can't critique.
True. You want to
So,
be able to
yeah, so
have an informed opinion.
It was a very difficult read because the actual grammar writing, like the actual grammatical part of it,
Oh,
was
really?
very
The structural.
poor. Very poor.
Hmm.
And
Here's a funny little fact for you. 50 Shades of Grey started off as a Twilight fanfic.
Yes, I heard that.
did you know that, Todd?
Nope.
Speaking of unhealthy relationships.
So they had to rewrite the characters and not make them vampires.
Yeah, pretty much, I guess. I think that's what it was.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Wow. All right, where do we go from here?
So Todd, Rob Pattinson
Who?
as Batman.
Okay, which one's Rob?
Edward.
Edward
Edward.
from,
From
Twilight.
Okay, well, I didn't watch. I think I've seen Twilight, but the names.
Oh, okay.
now is this
Okay,
the
I
really?
will take a
is this the really
picture.
pasty face guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen
Pasty
Harry
face.
Potter? Have you seen the Harry Potter series?
No.
Yes.
I think I've seen one,
Oh.
one or two. Yeah. Okay, I think
He's like one of the Quidditch players.
I think I know who you mean. Now you want? Okay, so you said him playing what? Sorry.
Batman.
Here,
Batman. He's the new Batman.
here's a picture.
I could. You know what? For him, for his face, from what I recall, he'd be more
This is this
look
guy
like the
here.
Joker.
Yeah.
Ooh, this guy here.
He would do a great Joker.
This guy here.
Yeah. He's kind of got that 70s sideburn looking, our dads with the way they look back in the day.
Actually, he looks like
All-
our father.
yeah, all
from
he-
the 70s.
All he kind of needs is like the horn rimmed glasses from that era, and
Yeah.
he'd kind of blend right in.
Yeah.
But for Batman,
I know, right?
I don't
it
know.
Seems
I can't,
random.
I can't see it.
He cleans up okay.
Yeah.
He cleans up pretty well.
Well,
Yeah.
that'll
I could
be
see
a.
it.
Could be interesting to see.
He does not like exercise. They actually tried to get him to exercise for the Twilight movies.
Oh,
and
really?
that didn't really work out, and I know they painted his abs on.
Well,
Wow.
And he had to be shirtless. He didn't
I mean-
want to be shirtless.
let's not forget though that they also had
Guar paints their abs on, too.
yeah, that's true. But
They're like 12 packs.
I'm totally blanking on his name now.
Who are you talking
Bruce
about?
Keaton.
Buster
Who?
Keaton?
No, Keaton.
Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton.
Keaton.
Michael Keaton. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, that took a while to get there. Anyway, but they had him as Batman, and I
Yes,
mean he was
and-
not shredded for the role either, because he did
That's
show.
true.
So
And he had done like Beetlejuice beforehand, so he's more known as a comedic actor, if anything.
Yeah.
he was an unusual choice, and a lot of people tend to look at him as the iconic Batman for the movie series.
And I mean, also Daniel Craig, when he came out, or they were saying that he was going to be the next Bond.
Oh, boy.
And people were up in arms saying, "Oh my
time.
God,
He's blonde.
He's blind. What the hell?"
But you know what?
Like,
He's
that's
actually perfect for the idea of Bond. I mean, I've read the books, and
See,
Bond
that's the
is
difference.
supposed.
You've actually read the books.
Bond is supposed to be an everyman. Daniel Craig looks like an old SAS soldier. He's supposed to be a highly trained operative, not a pretty boy.
Right.
Yeah. So
He's supposed to be, a man's man and a ladies' man, and just
somebody that
everything
can blend
in between.
into any situation and look the place. He could be dressed down and go through the slums, or he can dress up in a tuxedo and wind up looking perfectly in place in a casino. So
That's right, exactly. Anyways,
Before
gentlemen,
we-
I'm going to have to leave you go. I'm sorry, because I
Okay.
have a Father's Day to get
Yeah,
to.
I know. We were going to have to as well.
Yes. So
Okay.
with that being said, I will catch you guys on the flip side, as I like to say.
Yeah,
And definitely we shall do this again.
Yeah, do you want to do the next studio one? Do you want to jump in for the next one, which is probably a month or two away?
well, let's try to
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
at least about a month.
I'd love to do every month.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I really want Tracy back on the show.
Yeah.
Tracy, can you make the pancakes this time?
I'll do my best.
Hopefully you
I
won't
can't
be homeless.
guarantee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
seriously.
I don't want you doing by the water though.
Yeah, no, not in the van down
Yeah.
by the river.
Yeah.
We're going to use
On a
the
little
St. Lawrence water to boy.
Yeah. I like to keep you guys alive, so let's just stay with the Rouge River, maybe. Or
Oh,
what's
Oh
going on
God.
with-
No,
No, maybe
that's
not.
even worse.
That's even worse. Good times.
Yeah, we could cut
Well,
chunks out of it, and
Even the dead people walk out of the river here. They're like, I can't get in there. It's too dirty for me.
Too
But you're a
dirty for me.
corpse.
So, anyways, guys, it was a slice as
Yep.
always. You guys take care,
All right.
and
All
we
right.
shall definitely do this again.
Okay.
Okay then.
All right, take it easy.
Take it easy.
Peace out.
bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so let's get to the shilling part.
Yep. We will record that, but let's chill with this. You mean with this?
Yeah.
Do we have a little glass or?
Glass? Oh, hold on.
Maybe shot glasses.
Oh.
So this is the. So we're gonna give a shot of the. We're gonna do roll our credits out, and we're gonna have a glass of this.
Yep.
So this is the Dead Horse Cider Company. They have an apple flavor and they have a cherry flavor. So I went with the cherry. I actually tasted both, and the cherry was good.
So that's at www.deadhorsecider.com.
Or on Instagram at Dead Horse Cider.
There you go.
So I linked them already on Instagram before, but we'll link them to this episode as well. We met with Marcus's dad and mom. I'm assuming it's his mom and his dad. And decided to plug the show.
Yeah.
Or plug the brand.
That's
And
cool
we've
label.
already tried the Bright Cider Simple Syrup. Tangy and savory, rich syrup. Perfect to glaze vegetables or meats, or use as a simple syrup in drinks. Of course, we had it on pancakes because this is us. Nice.
Do you want some whipped cream in there? Actually,
See,
you know,
that's the sign of a good drink.
Yeah.
That sound right there.
you know what they should have included with this bottle?
What's that?
Some crayons. Because I think you could do a paint by numbers on this.
Oh, yeah.
Because actually, it's a pretty cool label.
This is hard cider, not Denny's kids menu.
Oh my God. Supposed to drink all this?
It's Father's Day. It's a
Father's
little.
Day.
All right.
All right. So if this isn't any good, we're gonna edit this out. No, I've already tried it, so I already like it. I know I do. Hopefully, these two guys do.
It's nice. It's a nice cider.
That is good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Tasty.
I've lost my sense of smell and my sense of taste, but from what I'm gathering, this is pretty good. And it's was it 5%? So it's like a beer.
So let's see what it says on the side of the bottle here.
What's in it?
Cherry on. Oh, cherry on, good friends. Cherry on. Indulge in this cider's soft red color, its fresh cherry aroma, and light tart taste. Cherry on pairs Manitoba grown sour cherries with the same apples you'll find in our Looking on the Bright cider brand or flavor. Pour yourself a glass and cherry on. I like that.
Yeah.
Actually, I like that a lot.
So this is from Winkler, Manitoba.
Yeah. So, Marcus, do you got a geek side to you? What do you geek out on, Marcus? Mr. Marcus Weeb. This is good stuff. I like this.
Dead horse cider.
Now we're drinking this at room temperature, but I'm sure even colder it'd be even better.
I don't know. Isn't cider one of those things? I've always had my cider warmer.
Oh, or a warmer cider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always have mine warm.
Kind of like warm beer.
No,
No.
I don't have my beer warm, but I like my cider warm.
I don't
Because
drink
you
beer.
like heat it up over the stove, like when you're actually making cider
Oh, yeah,
and you're
yeah.
boiling the apples and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
That's-
a big. I don't drink beer. I do have apple ciders. It'll usually be an apple cider or a pear cider. I've never
Yeah.
had a cherry cider, but actually this is pretty good.
this is good.
Yeah, very good.
I'm quite enjoying it.
Kudos. Did he tell you how much it was for a bottle?
Well, we bought it at the farmers market, the St. Norbert farmers market, and it was $6.99 a bottle. But this is a big bottle.
That's a full. How many liters is that?
So it's good,
It's good.
Very good.
very good. Dead Horse Cider Company.
Now, did they only have it in cherry?
No, it had cherry and apple, and they had another flavor, but they were sold out.
Do you remember what that other flavor was? It was obviously the more
Man, it might have been a
desirable.
Pear. It might have been a pear or something.
Taste. Pear. Oh yeah,
Pear would be good.
that's my favorite one. Pear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ciders are so expensive when you go to the liquor store. Like I buy a can of cider, they're like almost $5 a can.
But sometimes you can get the cheap cider in the 2-liter bottle.
Yeah, that's the apple
Yeah.
cider. Yeah, the apples they're more common. The pears aren't as. So I think
Growers.
that could
Growers.
be why.
Grower cider.
Yeah.
Used to drink those.
But they're very good. They're a very good alternative to, say, like hard lemonades and beer and stuff like that. The cider is a little more crisp. There's less. It's not as heavy.
Yeah.
And the main thing with, Dead Horse Cider is you're going to be supporting a local company.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's what.
That's what it's all about, supporting the local business.
Yep. And speaking of supporting the local business, do you want to get your ad on the SeanGeek podcast?
Why, yes, Sean, I want to get my ad on the SeanGeek podcast. Tell me, how would I do that?
You can contact us through our Facebook page, which is. Ooh, this might be different by the time this is put out.
Oh, that's a good question. Why don't we just go with, you can contact us through SeanMcGinnity.ca.
Or click on the link that Sean has provided for this podcast, and it may have a new name on it.
Yeah, the new name. But you can also contact us through Instagram. What's the... what? I can never remember the Meet the Geeks one.
Yeah, but wouldn't this be on the SeanGeek
Yeah.
Instagram? Sorry.
SeanGeek Podcast. That's it, at SeanGeek Podcast on Instagram. That's us. Or SeanGeek on Twitter. You can contact us through there. You can send private message either way. Our ad rates are competitive. We are an up-and-coming podcast. We are growing in leaps and bounds, and our rates are great. You got a couple of shekels you want to spend to spread your name on a global level for your company, contact us, and we'll give you a pre-roll, a mid-roll, or an end-roll. Different pricing for each package.
Or we could do all three if you really want to.
Yeah. We also offer discounts if you want advertising for one episode, or if you want to advertise for a month block at a time. The rates are a little cheaper on the month block.
And we'll give you a really good rate if you decide to advertise with us yearly.
Even better rate, yes.
Yes.
So think about advertising with SeanGeek Podcast.
At
Support your local.
SeanGeek.ca.
And if you have a hard time finding it, you can just go to SeanMcGinnity.ca, and you should have the links.
Yeah, not SeanGeek.ca because
Sorry.
you go there and there's nothing there.
SeanMcGinnity.ca.
Yeah, SeanMcGinnity.ca.
Just don't listen to me. I've been drinking cider all morning.
So you can also reach. So I've got the whole spiel here. So you can listen to the SeanGeek Podcast on iTunes, Google, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, Podbean, Castbox, and podcast.com.
And we also want to give a shout out to our Patreon, Jessie Lewis.
Please donate on Patreon. Jesse's doing it, and she gets every one of these episodes way before everyone else. That's the advantage to being on Patreon. You can also, on Facebook, currently, it's at The Real Meet the Geeks.
But that might change.
That might change. We may have to just rebrand the whole effing thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the undertaking.
Yeah. So Twitter is SeanGeek. It's also MTG Comic. And you know what? Why don't you go back in time and check out some old Meet the Geeks comic strips over at mtgcomic.thecomicseries.com.
That's right.
I think that's it. So link, share, word of mouth is great. Let people know.
Scream it at strangers.
That actually works really well.
Yeah. Tattoo it on your body. Someplace, obvious. Tattoo it on your forehead. Come on, you love us and you know it.
All right. We're going to sign off here. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you on the flip side.
All right.
See ya.
See ya.